My name is Spencer Castleman, and I will be speaking over how Spotify specifically, amongst a lot of streaming services, can hurt new and struggling artists. Not too long ago, when I was a child, I remember vividly buying my first CDs, purchasing my first albums on iTunes, and getting my first MP3 player. And I was amazed on how convenient and just quick that this process was. And obviously, I don't have as much life experiences as a lot of people, but I still have a vivid memory of when music required a little bit of money to purchase. But today, ad-supported streaming services are dominating the market. And although they are incredibly helpful to consumers as they allow people to purchase music at such a low rate of money, they are financially disastrous to a lot of new and struggling artists and have created a culture that is centered around consumer demands. In 1999, $15 billion was brought in as our annual revenue in the recorded music industry. But today, that number has been cut in half. And according to the Recording Industry Association of America, this is due solely to the new concept of ad-supported streaming services. So how do we get to where we are today? Well, if we look back as the 20th century came to a close, a company known as Napster appeared and appealed to mass audiences. It allowed people to download and stream music for free and opened the floodgates for people to illegally pirate music downloads all over. This was a catalyst for other companies to follow as they got sued until they were out of business, such as LimeWire. But Apple came around with iTunes, and this really resolved a lot of the illegal pirating of music that we found. And it allowed people to purchase music for only 99 cents, but they still encouraged revenue for the overall national number. So today, Spotify. It is our most popular and most powerful streaming service of the day. It has a song library of 30 million songs, and it has been so powerful that it has driven down iTunes' overall national revenue 14% annually. However, Spotify only pays their artists about 0.006 to 0.0084 cents per stream. That equals to about 150 streams equaling a 99-cent purchase that you could get on iTunes. So, obviously, this doesn't affect our major brand artists such as Taylor Swift or Beyonce as she sports her gold Apple Watch, and Jay-Z has left and made his own streaming service. And that's not who the problem focuses on. The problem is for those lower on the food chain, such as the music producers, the songwriters, the employees working in those studios that the artists are recording in, and more specifically, the new and or struggling artists. Rosanne Cash, the daughter of the late Johnny Cash, is a low-key folk singer that has been struggling recently, and in a recent interview, she said that she made $104 over 600,000 streams. And you may think that that doesn't really add up with a 150 stream to 99 cent ratio. However, because Spotify has an ad streaming free option, they have a group over here that has $90 million in annual revenue that is solely ad-supported free listeners. It's the biggest group. And also a group over here, they pay for the subscription. It's a smaller group of people, and they racked up an $897 million revenue. And so all of that money can go towards Spotify and be divvied up amongst the artists. But that larger group with a smaller amount, 90 million, has to be cut in order to go back to advertising. Now this leaves artists with a deal that they didn't sign on for. So what can be done at a corporate level? Spotify could raise subscription prices, but this would turn a lot of people away, and illegally pirating music would return and and predominate the culture as we go. Or they could go into a subscription-only plan. Now this leaves consumers with one thing that they didn't have before, and that would be a choice. They could choose Apple Music at that rate, they could choose Google Play, and they could choose Spotify if they were a subscription-only service. So the best way for us to help support our artists would be consumer spending, and that is buying tickets to their shows and their tours, that is donating to their Kickstarts as they try to fund their tours, and that would be going to their specific websites and downloading streams from there, and also buying their apparel, buying vinyls, buying CDs, and supporting our artists only for them. And although that overall there have been a lot of issues with subscription services, Spotify and other services are paving the way for a new frontier for us to enjoy the music that we love the most. And now that we fully understand our responsibility and the financial hardships of the entire industry, we can help support and grow our favorite musicians. And music will be better for all of us, producer and consumer.